Find out in some cases the wife should not have sex. What is the harm? 1. Women should never have sexual intercourse during menstruation or menstruation. 2. The woman should not have sexual intercourse during the period of nifas, i.e., in women who have stopped bleeding for 40 days or less after childbirth. If you have sex between these 2 times, both of you are likely to face a lot of losses. Because at this time the blood contains a lot of toxic germs, which proves the possibility of a terrible disease. Many men find that having sex during this time causes various allergic diseases in the genital area. Burning is heard in the place of shame. Again, someone's metal is weakened. If a child is born through sexual intercourse during this period, in many cases various diseases occur in the body of the child. There are different types of wounds in the body, from which water is constantly dripping and the uterus comes out. In many cases, women get the disease of fetal loss. In addition, during this period, both men and women are affected by various diseases. This is because the blood of menstruation and breath contains impure substances containing germs inside the body. It also contains toxic germs. Due to the constant bleeding of women during bleeding, some people's genitals become swollen and warm. Do not have sexual intercourse with women until you have cleansed your body from menstruation or breathing. 3. If you are busy at work, you should not have sex at that time. 4. Sexual intercourse should not be done in a state of anxiety, distress, and anxiety. 5. We should not have sexual intercourse when we are weak or tired. Not to have sex while drunk. Do not have sexual intercourse if there is pressure to urinate. Absolutely not having sex on an empty stomach or on a full stomach. In this condition, there is a strong risk of causing various diseases of the stomach during intercourse. There is even a possibility of stomach cramps on the liver. According to experts, having sexual intercourse on a full stomach is a disease of sugar, meaning worship with urine and the body becomes very weak, and having sex on an empty stomach is more harmful for the body. This is because after ejaculation, the testicles draw their own food from the fat. And the fat calls for its own food from the heart. The heart calls for its food from the stomach. In case of hunger, the stomach is completely empty of food, due to which there is a possibility of TB, scary diseases, loss of eyesight. Do not have sexual intercourse in a state where physical weakness still remains after recovery from illness. People with epilepsy and TB will stay away from sexual intercourse. Not having sex after work that causes brain damage. Sexual intercourse is also harmful for those who have eye disease, physical weakness, and weak liver and stomach. Similarly, hemorrhoids and sexually transmitted diseases should be avoided as much as possible. 9. People with gonorrhea should also avoid sexual intercourse as much as possible. 10. You should not have sexual intercourse when you are sick and when you breathe in contaminated air. According to the opinion of wise people, having intercourse on the 11th day of the moon is the name of reducing one's age. If the fetus is formed before the age of adulthood, the child is born ill. According to scientists, if a child is born through sexual intercourse in the early part of the night, the child dies at a young age. And if a child is born by having intercourse in the last watch of the night, the child becomes healthy, strong, and pious.